You could therefore innovate for an inclusive development of all people of the world, including those being bypassed by the Western tools of innovation. I recognize in your oath, you did mention that you will work for the global society. You could therefore brave to make a new world order filled with both peace and happiness on one plane, and of course the prosperity on the other. I think it's an important occasion. What I'm going to do is to share with you a very important quote from Rabindranath Tagore. This is a call from Tagore himself. I quote from the Noble Lecture of Rabindranath Tagore, delivered on the 26th of May, 1921, which is relevant even today. You know the traditions of our country are never to accept any material fees from the students in return to teaching, because we consider in India that one who has knowledge has responsibility to impart it to the student. We lost our confidence in our civilization for over a century now. When we came into contact with the Western races with their material superiority over the Eastern humanity and Eastern culture, in the educational establishments, no provision was made for our own culture. And for over a century, our students have been brought up in the utter ignorance of worth of their own civilization of the past. Thus, we did not only lose the touch of the great which lay hidden in our own inheritance, but also the great honor of giving what we have, not merely begging from others, not merely borrowing culture and living like an eternal schoolboy. But the time has come when we must not waste such our opportunities. We must try to do our best to bring out what we have, not go from century to century, from land to land, and display our poverty before others. We know what we have to be proud of, what we have inherited from our ancestors, and such opportunity of giving should not be lost, not only for the sake of our country, but for the sake of our humanity. You are the descendants of a great culture and students of a great educational system. It flows from our culture. It connects you to the global good. It makes you work for the humanity. Let your goals be lofty. Let your education serve noble causes. Let your call be driven from the inner core values of such great souls that walked on this planet, whether it is Buddha, Shankara, Gandhi, or Tagore. Let our generations evolve and become the next best generation for all time to come. Let them brave to make a new, right, and appropriate world order. Let them not be obsessed with the conforming to the present world order, driven by the power of material wealth and one-eyed vision for the future. My generations are proud of the present because the next best generation will make a future world where the work for humanity is inner call. Let the next generation take its roots from the land of Mahatma Gandhi. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. I request our guest of honor to address the gathering.
Chairman of the board, Sri Narayan Murthy, Chief guest, my good friend, Dr. Ramaswamy, Director of IIITB, Mr. Professor Sadagopan, members of the board, graduates, friends. I really feel privileged to deliver this address on this very important occasion of the convocation of the graduating class of 2008. And I know why I've been invited, because I see that the vast majority of the medal winners were women. You know, as I address all of you today, I certainly look upon all of you as the future knowledge builders of our nation. And the IIITB as an institution has earned the reputation of being a hallmark of technical education, not only within our country, but has also earned a stamp of excellence internationally. And you are the brand ambassadors of India's intellectual prowess. And graduating from this great institute certainly provides you with a passport to every global port of success. So what can I say to such an admirable lot? I suppose there is one dimension of your intellectual disposition that I would like to try and influence, and that is your sense of purpose. Given your intellectual advantage, the world is your oyster. And as you venture out on your life's journey ahead, you need to make choices, for there are many, many opportunities to choose from. Do I enhance my education, or do I look for a job? Do I seek employment with a large IT company, or do I join a startup? Some of you may even aspire to become entrepreneurs. And I do believe very sincerely that it is your sense of purpose that will provide you with a clear answer. When I look at the changing landscape of India, I believe that young people have much to be proud of and much to aspire for. A sense of purpose, I believe, needs to be driven by a deep desire to succeed and, more importantly, to be able to make an impact, to make a difference. And deep-rooted in all of this is therefore a spirit of challenge. My own sense of purpose emanated from a desire to build a world-class biotechnology company in India, so that I could provide opportunities to scientists who in my time had little or no opportunities within our own country. And it was this deep sense of purpose that gave me and my colleagues the drive and the determination to build our company. And then I want to touch upon people in a very different way. There are those that lead and those that follow. And the difference between the two lies in the way they strive for success. Leaders and followers both are very committed people. But what sets them apart is conviction. What sets them apart is a need to differentiate. And what sets them apart is that sense of purpose and that spirit of challenge to make an impact.